What up guys, how are you all doing, and welcome back to another video. Now in League 2, there's some teams that have 9 games to go, some teams have 10, a few have 11 games to go, but either way, we are in the closing stages of the season. Now today, I'm going to try and predict what the final table will look like at the end of the season, so this can either go really well or could go horribly wrong. So if you do like what you watch today, make sure to get down there and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So let's start with rock bottom, 24th place. I have gone for Sutton United. Now, it's been a terrible season for them, hasn't it? And especially form-wise, the last 10 games, they've only picked up 1 win. It's just not been good for them at all. And the chance of them turning it around at this stage of the season and actually maybe surviving is really low. So last place, I have gone for Sutton United. So for 23rd place, and the second team that I reckon will go down to the National League this season is Forest Green Rovers. Now, the form that they have currently, it's not the worst in the world. They've got 12 points in the last 10 games, which is all right, but the season's just not been theirs. Like Sutton's, it's just been a very poor season for them, hasn't it? They have, on paper, it's a pretty good squad, but yeah, it's just been a poor season, like I've already said. So for 22nd place in the team that I reckon will only just survive the drop is Colchester United. You've got to feel for the fans, haven't you? It's been the past 5 years, they've been constantly in a relegation battle, and for the time that I'm recording right now, they're only 2 points above the relegation zone. So are they going to survive this season? We're going to have to wait and see. Now, 21st place, I have gone for Grimsby Town now. Now, I'm going to be honest, I expected them to do better. At the start of the season, I can't remember where I predicted them, but it was around the middle of the table. I expected them to be around there. 21st place, I never expected them to be around there, and I reckon they'll stay in their position that they are in now. 21st place, Grimsby Town. So for 20th place, I have gone for Tranmere Rovers. Like Grimsby, compared to last season, it's just not been a good season for them, has it? So yeah, I've gone for Tranmere Rovers, 20th place. Now 19th place, you might not have expected this, but I've gone for Harrogate Town. Now, a few weeks ago, they were in the playoffs. They were doing absolutely amazing, and then they lost 9-2 to Mansfield. And ever since then, it's just been really poor for them. They haven't got a single win in their last 6 games. Now, the form that they're at now, I reckon it will carry on until the end of the season. That's why they're 14th now, but I reckon they'll finish 19th at the end of the season. Now, for 18th place, I have gone for Salford City. Now, at the time that I'm recording, they are 20th place. I reckon they'll go up by 2 positions. They're another team. I don't know what's happened to them either. Like, last season, they were doing amazing. They were in the playoffs. Finished 7th place. You lost to Stockport, but Stockport are a decent side, but they reached the playoffs. That's a good achievement. But this season, it's just been poor for them, hasn't it? It's just, I don't know what's happened to them. Now, for 17th, I have gone for Doncaster Rovers. Their form has been amazing. 15 points in the last 10 games. Now, for where they are in the league table right now, they're 19th. That's actually really impressive. So, if they do continue that form, I reckon they'll go up by 2 places. 17th is my prediction for Doncaster Rovers. Now, for 16th place, it's my club Swindon Town. Now, I have no clue what we're doing in the bottom half of the table. You could ask fans at the start of the season, I guarantee you none of them would have expected us to be this low in the table. It's just been a really, really poor season for us. I reckon we'll go up by 2 positions, but yeah, it's just been a really, really bad season overall. Now for 15th place, Crawley Town. I predicted them to finish 24th. I had Harrogate and Crawley to get relegated, but Crawley are doing alright, to be fair, compared to what I thought they'd do. So yeah, 15th place, Crawley Town. Now for 14th place is one of the ones that I sort of disagree on myself. I've gone for AFC Wimbledon. At the moment, they're 8th place, and I predicted them to finish 14th place. I reckon they'll drop 6 places. Like I've already said, this is one that I sort of disagree on myself. But yeah, predicting League 2 tables is really hard. I know it's like 9 or 10 games to go until the end of the season, but you just never know with League 2 teams. 13th place, I have gone for Newport. Now, at the time that I'm recording, they are 13th place already, and I reckon at the end of the season, they'll stick where they are, 13th place. Now, for 12th place in the team that I reckon will be smack middle of the table is Morecambe. Now, they're 10th place at the moment, and I reckon they'll drop 2 places. 12th place is my prediction. 11th place, I have gone for Walsall. Now, they are 9th place at the moment, and comparing them to last season, they've had a pretty good job, to be fair. I think I predicted them to be lower, that like around where Swindon is at the moment, but they have done really well. Fair enough to them. Now we're going into the top 10, and this is another one that I sort of disagree on. Accrington Stanley, 10th place. They're 16th place at the moment, going up 6 places. The chance of that, especially with 10 games to go, is very unlikely, but you never know. So 10th place, Accrington Stanley. 9th place, I have gone for Gillingham. Now at the moment, they are 7th place. They're at the last spot of the playoffs, but the difference between them and Crawley that are 11th is 3 points. So a loss a loss on Tuesday or Saturday, or whenever they play, could make a massive difference. So 9th place, I've gone for Gillingham. So for 8th place, I have gone for Crewe Alexandria. They're 5th at the moment, and I reckon they'll go 8th, and I reckon they'll finish right outside the playoff spots. They've had a fairly decent season, to be honest, but my prediction, I reckon they'll drop down 3 places and only just miss the playoffs. So 7th place, I have gone for Bradford City. Now, this is the part of the video that you might disagree with a lot of teams that I put in here. 7th place, I've gone for Bradford City. They're 12th at the moment, but I reckon they'll go up 5 places and only just make it into the playoffs. Now for 6th place, you guys are going to definitely disagree with me on this one here. Notts County. I made this league table last night, and then I look at it this morning and I'm like, are they going to finish there? But the difference between 6th and 15th might sound massive, but there's only 9 points separated between 9th and 6th and 15th. So, to be honest, with some teams having 9 games to go and some teams having 10, you honestly never know what's going to happen. So, 6th place, I've gone for Notts County. The form's not been that good for them at the moment, but they could turn it around, you never know. So for 5th place, I have gone for Barrow. Now, they have had an absolutely amazing season. At the moment I'm recording this, they are 6th place, so I reckon they'll go up by 1 place. And like I've already said, they've had an amazing season. I reckon they will be in the playoffs this year. And this is the team that I reckon will be the playoff winners. So Barrow, I predict them to finish 5th place, and I reckon they will win the playoffs this year if they make it. So for 4th place in the team that I reckon will only just finish outside the promotion spots is MK Dons. Now, they're on some seriously good form at the moment. 19 points in the last 10 games. They could go on to get promoted this season, but I reckon they'll only just finish outside the playoffs. So 4th place, MK Dons is my prediction. So we are now down to 3 more teams. We have got Mansfield, Stockport and Wrexham. So 3rd place, I reckon it will be Mansfield. Now, the form has been MK Dons' form pretty much. 19 points in the last 10 games. One of them last 10 games was against Harrogate in their 9-2 win, which still surprises me, to be honest. I have no clue how they managed to beat them 9-2. But yeah, Mansfield, 3rd place. The top of the league at the moment, they're doing really well, 69 points. But I reckon they'll finish 3rd place this season. The 2nd place in the team that I reckon will be runner-up in League 2 is Stockport County. It's where they are at the moment. They are 2nd place in real life. So I reckon they'll finish 2nd place at the end of the season. 12 points in their last 10 games. If they continue that sort of form, is that going to be enough to win the league? I don't think it will. So 2nd place, Stockport County. The team that I reckon will finish 1st place this season and finish top of the league is Wrexham. 3rd in real life, they've got 66 points, and Mansfield, who are top, have got 69 points. So there's 3 points apart. The title race has been really, really good this season, and I reckon it will continue to be good. It's only been 3 points apart, and we've still got 10 games to go. So we are in for a really good title battle this year, and the team that I reckon will win the title is Wrexham. So on the screen is what I reckon the table will look like with the last 10 games. Now, like I've already said, there's some teams that I sort of disagree on, like for example AFC Wimbledon, Notts County, Bradford, etc. But with 10 games to go, it is League 2 football, so you honestly never know. You guys might be wondering how I put this league table together. Now, at the start of the season, it was easier because any team could finish anywhere, so I just looked at the teams that were in the league and where I reckon they'd finish. But with 10 games to do, it's not that easy to do that. So I went on the website with all the last games to go, and I just put in my predictions for all the games that are left, and then calculate in the league table, and I've just done it like that. So, yeah. It's just based on my own predictions, my own opinions. You guys might not agree with me, some of you might, but yeah, just comment down below what you think of this league table. So that is the end of another video. That is what I reckon the league table will look like with the last 10 games to go. Comment down below your opinion. If you did like what you watched today, make sure to get down there and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So as always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. You know what to do. Chill.